Start through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we walk, where so gallantly stream, and the rockets rang there, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
What an exciting ball game on tap for tonight. Let's begin with tonight's starting lineup. First, for the City of North Idaho Cardinals, a 6'7" freshman.
Good afternoon and welcome to the viewers here on Snow TV through YouTube, of course. Watch us, Snow TV, Snow Badgers. This is where you'll get to see the Badgers play all season long. Just barely starting to get underway. The teams are starting to be announced, the starting lineup. We just had the national anthem, and we'll do the same thing. So starting for North Idaho is Deshaun Piper, number 3. He's a freshman guard, 6'7", out of Seattle, Washington. Number 11, Brian Angola Rodas. He's a freshman guard, 6'6", out of Villanova, Columbia. Also number 20, Furkan Niles. He's a sophomore center, 6'10", Seattle, Washington. Number 22, Kyle Reese. He's a freshman guard forward, 6'7", from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And number 32, Austin Pope. He is a sophomore guard, 6'6", out of Burbank, California. So of course, NIC comes into this game being ranked, not ranked in the nation, but they're third in the conference. They received 12 votes from the last voting, but are still just outside the top 25 in conference, or in the national poll. As in the conference, they're number 3 and the Badgers are number 4. So this is going to be a good game. So now let's hit it up for your Badgers. Let's give you the starting lineup for Badgers. Number 0, Gentry Thomas. He's a sophomore guard coming in 6'4", out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Walter Wright, number 2, freshman 5'11" guard from Waterbury. Not sure what the CT on that means. Connecticut. And also number 21, Romain Louisier. Louisier is freshman, 6'7", forward out of Lyon, France. Number 23, Marcus Bryce, is a sophomore, 6'10", center from Magna, Utah. And number 25, Aziz Leaks. He's a redshirt freshman, 6'8", forward from Las Vegas, Nevada. So there are your starting lineups for the Badgers. The Badgers are coached by Robert Nelson, and assistant coaches Chris Gold. The men's North Idaho College Cardinals is coached by Corey Simons, and their head coach George Swanson and Jeff Johnson. So I'm joined here with Stephen Hadley. We just got done with the women's game. They lost a close one, and now the men are looking to maybe pick up a win tonight, as they lost a close one in CSI on Thursday. So Stephen, what are we looking for?
Looking over the tough loss they had to Southern Idaho a couple nights ago, I really saw that something that really hurt the Badgers was the turnovers they had. They had 25 turnovers in the game. They only averaged 16, so those extra 9 turnovers really cost them in a game that they should have won. I also saw that they did a good job controlling the glass last game, and that's something they can continue to do tonight. They out-rebounded Southern Idaho 37-23, and the last thing I wrote down on here is that they need to share the ball. They only had 10 assists in the last game, and I mean, we've got Walter Wright on this team. We know he's going to get his, right? But we got to make sure we're passing the ball around and getting everyone else involved and going.
Different start for the Badgers, as against CSI they came out hitting 4 of 5 3-pointers, and Wright starting off quick, miss. Number 22 for the Cardinals, miss. Rebound, Walter Wright. Number 22 is Kyle Reese, and so Walter Wright pushing the tempo. That's Gentry Thomas, three-pointer up by and good!
Gentry Thomas is a big three to start off the game, off an assist from Walter Wright. those two really work together. It's a great front court the Badgers have between Walter Wright and Gentry Thomas.
So bringing the ball up, number 32, Austin Pope for the Cardinals. Now DeJuan Pepper gets it and back to Pope. He's going to get the screen from Niles. Nothing open. Pulls up a nice three-point shot. No good. Gentry Thomas always going hard for the glass, Hadley.
He's a great rebounder for a guard. He really hustles, and he's just got a good nose for the ball. He knows where he needs to be. As we have another assist.
Boom goes the dynamite.
It's a great shot by
Luisier
off the assist from Thomas.
So now the Badgers lead at 6-0, 18:25 remaining in the first half. So NIC is trying to work something up, and they do. No shot. It's on the ground, but that's going to be a foul first. Looks like they're going to call it on number 2, Walter Wright. Not a good sign for Walter Wright to be in foul trouble early. That's a first foul. He needs to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, he's okay. He's just got to make sure he doesn't get that second one because the Badgers really can't afford to have him on the bench. Inbounded, and with the drive from Austin Pope, gets the little floater to go in as Walter Wright brings the ball up the floor for Snow. As the Badgers lead 6-2.
So Walter Wright over to Thomas. Thomas wanted to take that three. He doesn't. Luisier looking to find something. He goes hard to the rack. He kicks it out. That's to Z Leaks, and now over to Wright and to Gentry Thomas. One extra pass. Money. No. Off the rim. Z Leaks gives it a hard finish. Aziz Leaks, 2 more points for the Badgers.
Great board and power dribble. He was so strong with the basketball. Great job by Aziz Leaks.
Me and Steven and I were talking the other night about how Aziz Leaks against CSI was not finishing strong. They're close to the rim. What do you think about him there?
That's exactly what they need from him. He does a good job of getting himself in position for the boards, but often he struggles to finish. But that was a very, very strong finish and a promising first shot from Aziz Leaks. Hopefully he can keep that up tonight.
DeJuan almost turns it over. No, sorry, that was Angola Rhodes. No one happy with the call, but it looks like out on the Badgers, so NIC keeps it. That's a check. So no, not checking in. He'll come back. And it looks like the Badgers lead 8-2, 17:31 left in the half. So that's Angola Rose going hard. Gets blocked. Walter Wright there to pick up the ball. Now he's pushing the court. It's a 4-on-2. He pulls up, gets his stripped. He gets control again. Bryce back to Wright, and Wright smartly sets up the play. Romain Luisier in the corner 3. No good. Hard off the iron. Climbs a ladder for the rebound. That's DeJuan Pepper. So now running somewhat of a little bit of the weave for now pick and roll for the Cardinals. DeJuan Pepper hard to the bucket, no good. Gets his own rebound, finish at the glass. You got to box him out if you want.
Yeah, it's just a missed assignment there. It's got to be someone to box out the shooter. Walter Wright brings down the ball. Looks like Northern Idaho will be content to play man defense to start the game. Gentry Thomas drives, kicks back out to Aziz Leaks, who takes a deep 2, unable to convert. And Austin Pope gets the board, and he's racing down the floor right now.
Aziz Leaks go high, no.
Unable to finish, but it looks like we've got a foul on Leaks. I don't know that I really saw too much contact there, but that'll send Austin Pope to the line to shoot 2.
Aziz Leaks fouled out in the game against CSI. That was trouble going down the stretch as they were trying to pick up a win against the number 3 team, the 3rd place team in the nation. The Badgers ended up losing by 4, 74-70.
And it really was just a heartbreaker, wasn't it, Jeff? Just,
yeah.
One of those games where they fought really hard and just weren't able to get the win.
So now coming in for the Cardinals, that's number 5.
D'Adrian Allen in for Quan Niles. Whoa.
Good help there by...
NIC able to get the offensive board, but they were stripped as he went up. I'm going to be honest, I thought Kyle Guise got away with a push-off on that board, but Badgers were lucky enough to get the ball back. Gentry Thomas fighting down low, but unable to get anything to go.
Pull-up jumper. Extended, no good. Bryce with a big rebound. He leads it up to Gentry Thomas. Gentry Thomas, he's going to slow it up. He doesn't have anything. He gives it up to Luisier, and Luisier back to Wright, and now they're going to set up the offense with Wright. Wright goes hard to the hole. Floats it over to Thomas. Thomas, a three again, no good. The shots are not falling like they did against CSI, but the Badgers are not scared to take them all the way to the hole. He'll go, reverse layup, it's good. Number 32, Austin Pope.
He's really explosive. We've already seen him attack the hole several times. And you know, he's a really big guard, so Snow's going to have to make some adjustments, maybe help Walter Wright in guarding him because he's a big guard. Walter Wright really left him up on that three. That's a big mistake. Hey, if they haven't seen that in any film or any scouting, they're going to learn really quick not to leave Walter Wright open.
So Marcus Bryce is the only Badger starter to have not scored yet. Walter Wright has three. Everyone on the team has three besides Leaks with two and Bryce with zero. So now it looks like a handoff and a screen, and the Cardinals looking for a deep three. That's number 11, hard off the iron, and rebound there fought and got by Gentry Thomas.
Almost lost that rebound, but Badgers able to pull away with it.
Lucier going hard, blocking foul. He didn't beat him to the spot.
Yeah, there's definitely a flop there. Lucier driving baseline, and Northern Idaho just wasn't able to get into position, and that'll be Angola Ruedas with the blocking foul.
So Thomas heads to the bench along with Aziz Leaks. Coming in for him is Lorenz Stoukup and also LeJohn Johnson, number one. LeJohn Johnson had two opportunities to win the game for the Badgers the other night, was unable to convert. I bet he's ready to get back and play right now. Walter Wright, kick out, Romain Lucier, a 15-foot jumper, no good.
It's a great driving kick by Walter Wright, but just unable to finish Lucier with the 12-foot jumper.
So Lucier still has three. So now the Cardinals on the other end, looking for an open shot.
And the fans giving Austin Pope a little bit of trouble, just yelling at him.
Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound, hard rebound. That's number 22. He throws it away in the hands of Lorenz Lucier. He goes back to Wright. Wright's going hard to the hole. Yeah, he makes his way, wibbles, wobbles, and gets it off the glass. No good. Walter Wright's shot, not a beautiful shot. Walter Wright trying to get back on defense, doesn't want to foul. Beautiful floater in the lane. That's money.
Austin Pope.
So Pope now has 6, and he's playing well.
He actually has 7. He had the one free throw.
They
did better put up on the board. They actually were talking about that earlier, how they had forgot to put one free throw up on the board for NIC. But yeah, he's been hurting the Badgers so far off the dribble. He's just a big guard, like I was mentioning earlier. They're going to have to make some adjustments.
Turnover Badgers.
Austin Pope on the drive.
And now the coach of NIC is wanting them to settle it down. Corey Simmons is telling them to run the play. Over in the corner, that's number 31. Beautiful shot. No good. Rebound, Dominion Alba.
That's great defense by Snow's big guys. Just keeping their hands up, making sure not to get a foul there. Austin Pope will go to the bench. He looks pretty winded, but he's fought really hard. He's a slender guy, Jeff, but he's been causing the Badgers a lot of problems. He's got 7 of NIC's 9 points up to this point.
Anda Rodas is back in, and now it's a timeout. So we're going to take a timeout here on Snow TV. We'll be back in just a minute.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules. You tell me to stay away from drugs. To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Badgers lead at 11-9, 13-11 left in the half. Thus far, we're into the game a few minutes. What have you seen the Badgers do well, and what have you seen NIC do well, Steven?
NIC's just really run all their offense through Austin Pope, who's now on the bench, so it'll be interesting to see what they do from this point. What I really like that Snow's done is just the dribble penetration has really opened things up for them. They've actually haven't capitalized as much on some of the easy shots they've had, but offensively they look really good as
Beautiful tip in by Marcus Bryce, fought 3 or 4 times.
Bryce really fought for that. That was excellent.
So they'll stop play to reset the shot clock, and the Badgers now lead at 13-9, 12:43. Sorry to interrupt you right there in the middle of your...
No, you're good. That was just a great board by Marcus Bryce. I understand why you were excited. He really hustled for that.
So the Badgers, something really interesting right now is they just made a substitution. Chris O'Neill coming into the game. He didn't play many minutes, and he's got looks like a brace on his hand. Maybe his finger had been broken because he didn't play any minutes the last game. So he plays defense there. He's usually a defensive specialist for the Badgers. Playing great defense there on
near travel.
Piper.
Yeah, by Dwayne Piper.
That'll be a push on number 31.
31, Ty Higbee with the foul on the rebound. Chris O'Neill in the front court.
So 12-12 left in the half. Looks like the Badgers are trying to get it down low.
Yeah, they're really trying to feed it to Loren Stalcup, but he hasn't really been able to handle the ball too well. He's been getting himself in good position, but just hasn't handled the entry pass very well to this point.
So on the other end, Chris O'Neill playing defense on DeJohn Pipper. So now Brian Aguilar-Roda's going hard to the hole. It's rejected by Stalcup, who had stepped over to help.
That's a great help defense by Stalcup, and he's rewarded with an easy block. He just looked like he was playing volleyball there, Jeff. He just sent that one back down to the ground.
So yeah, Brian Aguilar, how would you say that?
Angola Rodas.
Rodas.
He's from Colombia. So
Angola Rodas, he had probably 3 or 4 Badgers surrounding him. He probably had an open pass somewhere else, but he decided to go up with it.
Yeah, he definitely should have kicked that. I agree with you. Austin Pope back in the game for Northern Idaho.
Quick rest on the bench, and as the Badgers lead at 13-9, 11:40 left in the half. Coach Corey Simmons wants his team to get back in it. Now in for the Badgers also is Junior Taylor. So Chris O'Neill running the offense as Walter Wright is on the bench. Talley wanted to shoot the 3. No, he goes hard to the bucket. Nice finger roll layup. No good. Gets his own rebound. Tips it twice. Nothing. LeJohn Johnson gets in there to get a nice steal and almost turns it over there, but Chris O'Neill gets it and back to LeJohn Johnson.
Angola Rodas tried to draw a foul right there with a kind of a funny looking flop, and he was definitely not rewarded by the refs. Nowhere near a foul. Stalcup battling for position down there, and he's doing a great job, able to draw the foul on number 23, Charlie Lockwood of NIC.
I believe they called it on number 31. I just saw it on the board. That's a second foul on Ty Higbee.
Yes, you're right. Second foul.
Inbound to LeJohn Johnson. And O'Neill ends up with the ball and now looking up to set up the offense. Not much movement by the Badgers with 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Trying to get it low the whole time. Bryce getting double and triple teamed almost, but he loses it at the end.
The loose ball somehow makes it over to the Stalcup, and he's fouled on the put-up. Yeah, that was pretty crazy there. Marcus Bryce caught him in a double team. The ball pops out, rolls down underneath the basket, and Stalcup's able to pick it up and put up a basket as he's fouled.
So Stalcup's heading to the free throw line, and Stalcup on the year is a 66% free throw shooter. Not a great, but not a terrible free throw shooter. So let's see what he can do here. First one up, and no good. Those are points you want to score. They're easy. You might as well get them. So now to set to take another free throw. No good on both of them.
Hard on the iron, takes a bad bounce, but Northern Idaho able to pick it up. Back to Austin Pope, kicks to the corner to Angola Rodas, kicks it out. 3 no good. Ball off Northern Idaho. Snow in possession.
Great ball movement there by the Badgers, I feel like. By the Cardinals. They just had some good movement and good look at the bucket.
I think Northern Idaho's coach a little disappointed there. As Snow turns it over to John Johnson. Gets the ball stolen from him. Trying to get it up the floor. Just tried to force it through that double team and was unable to break the trap.
Something very interesting is all the Badgers starters are on the bench besides Marcus Bryce. Maybe that's due to a long extended game on Thursday against CSI. The starters had to play a lot. Who knows why, but Rob Nelson has most of his starters on the bench.
Lucas Antunes checks into the game for Northern Idaho.
Rebound Chris O'Neill, and he'll bring the ball up. He gives over to Junior Taylor, and they get it across court to O'Neill. Marcus Bryce open, long jumper, no good. Hard off back side of the iron, and here come the Cardinals.
Marcus Bryce really shot the ball well in the last game for the Badgers. As he commits a very unintelligent foul there in the corner. Just jumped too far into the shooter, and it looks like number 23, Charlie Lockwood, will be going to the line. Not Charlie Lockwood.
It's
number
Lucas Antunes or not? No, he's down low, so you were right.
It's Ty Higbee will be shooting 3 after the foul by Marcus Bryce in the corner.
So it looks like Bryce will be coming out, and Aziz Leaks will be checking in after this first free throw. Up and no good. 9:52 left in the half. Snow 13, NIC 11.
Ty Higbee's only had 6 free throw attempts on the season, and he's getting 3 right here.
And he misses both the first and the second.
So that'll put him to a 50% free throw shooter at the line on the season with 1 left.
So it looks like Rob Nelson was looking to put in Walter Wright and Gentry Thomas again, but they don't do so right now. And it looks like NIC is starting to press, and the Badgers trying to break it with Chris O'Neill and John Johnson.
Yes, Northern Idaho running a 2-1-2 trap, full court trap, into a man defense in the half court. Aziz Leak sets the screen up top.
O'Neill hard to the bucket, gets blocked, blocking foul. So it looks clean up top on the foul. Clearly that was a clean block, but down low on the body, looked like he was in that little half circle, so he'll probably get called for that blocking foul, and O'Neill will be heading to the free throw line.
Yeah, I believe that's Ty Higbee's 3rd foul. He just slid over a little bit too late, wasn't quite in position as Chris O'Neill drove it baseline.
That's hard for the Cardinals as he's picked up his 3rd foul. He'll be heading to the bench. And Chris O'Neill makes his first free throw. So Chris O'Neill now has his first point on the night, and he shoots a free throw percentage of 66%. The Badgers aren't the greatest free throw shooters besides Walter Wright at 83, and then Gentry Thomas at 73, and then it just drops off from there. So O'Neill on the night is now at a 50% free throw shooter, but he gets his own rebound. He wants the 3-point shot. Will he get it? Yes, he does. I'd much rather take 4 points on 1 drive than only 2. Looks like there's a little bit of a home court advantage because shot clock problems. So now,
yeah, that really takes Northern Idaho out of their offense when they have to stop it for the shot clock. I don't know why they're having so many troubles with that, but
maybe it's due to the new scoreboards.
It could be. It was good to see that Chris O'Neill drew up his own 4-point play there, missing the free throw, catching it, and not being afraid to pull the trigger right off the board, and he knocks it down.
So Brian going hard.
Great defense, great help defense.
Over to John Piper for 3. That one's good. So he'll match the 3 that Chris O'Neill made.
Juwan Piper with a big 3. Wow.
So now the Badgers have Walter Wright on the court along with Gentry Thomas, Junior Talley, Aziz Leaks, and Lorenz Stalcap.
You know, it's interesting. Right now you've got Dwan Piper at 6'7", guarding Walter Wright, who stands at a solid 5'11". So there's an 8-inch difference between the two, and it'll be interesting to see how Walter is able to adjust his shot and get things going offensively.
Gentry Thomas there on the defense on DeJohn Piper. So it looks like the Cardinals are just kind of running a little bit of a weave with some picks in there, and no shot. 3-second call.
3-second call on Northern Idaho. Number 23, Charlie Lockwood, for setting up a tent down there.
And so now the Badgers will take possession. There's 8 minutes, 14 seconds left in the half. Badgers lead it by 2, 17-15. Tally to Thomas and over to Walter Wright, running a little bit of the lead. And Walter Wright gets some space. Oh, to Stalcup, he almost gets blocked, but he puts it down for 2 points, a little floater in the lane.
I wasn't able to see that. Was that a pass from Walter Wright?
Yeah, it was another assist from Walter Wright.
It's a great pass out of the drive. Austin Pope's been quiet since his first couple minutes of the game, but he also kind of has the mismatch. Walter Wright guarding him at 5'11", where Austin Pope is a solid 6'6". So again, a 7-inch difference there. Walter Wright definitely has the disadvantage. Shot clock down.
Good rebound there by Stalcup, and great defense by the Badgers as they were doing a lot of help defense. That's Walter Wright. He wants to go to the hole. No, he pulls it out. That's Stalcup trying to figure something out, and the Badgers kind of slow it down. Gentry Thomas. Got some quick speed from Gentry Thomas going to the hole there.
Yeah, I don't think that Dwan Piper was ready for Gentry Thomas to take off as fast as he did, and he gets the blocking foul.
So Dwan Piper picks up his first personal foul, and now NIC has 6 personal fouls. Badgers lead it 19-15, 7:13 left in the half. So Gentry Thomas trying to find Wright to get everything going for him. Good move, good pass. Finish, jam!
Tough.
Two-handed flush for Stalcup.
Walter Wright's doing a great job. Realizes doesn't have size on his side in this matchup, but he's done a great job of driving and kicking, and Stalcup able to finish strong at the basket.
3-point shot, no good. He wanted a foul, but he didn't call it. Not enough contact.
Yeah, that's one of those where I feel like the shooter probably caused the contact more than the defender. No foul called.
Walter Wright can do anything. The other night he scored a lot of points, finishing the night.
It's right here.
He had 25 points.
Yep, finished 25 points.
And tonight he doesn't have that many. Walter Wright at the moment only has 3 points, but he's thrown a lot of assists. But there's going to be a timeout on the court, and when we come back, we'll let you watch them at the free throw line as he leaks, shooting 2.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
With Stephen Hadley, Aziz Leaks was fouled on the last play, and so he'll be heading to the free throw line. Aziz Leaks from the free throw line is shooting 53% this year, so you can maybe guarantee one, not both, but we'll see what he does here. As the Badgers lead at 21-15, 6:35 left in the half. First one up and gets the shooter's roll to fall. That's what you like to see, especially in the bonus, is he'll get another try.
You know, it's interesting. I didn't know that was called on the ground, but good thing he converted and hit the first one.
Almost another shooter's roll, but he almost gets his own rebound, but then not a smart foul with Aziz Leaks. Now he's got 2. Not what you want to do at this moment in the game. So Marcus Bryce will be checking in for Aziz, would be my guess. Coach Rob Nelson does not want Aziz Leaks in foul trouble early.
Yeah, that's just one of those fouls where it's tough. I mean, the coach wants him out there, but if you're going to commit fouls like that, he's going to have to keep you on the bench.
So now that was the 6th team foul by the Badgers. And here comes Pope on the other end. Pope with Rhodes. Rhodes all the way to the hole hard. That's 2 points. Beautiful job.
Rodas with a great drive.
I'm just going to call him by Rodas, so I don't have to pronounce his whole long name. So Walter Wright, cross court, Thomas.
Thomas saves it.
Throws it away. Turnover Badgers, and Walter Wright almost gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Marcus Bryce going hard. It's a hard foul, and he hits the ground hard. He hit his head on the ground. I couldn't see who went up for that shot. It looks like that was Pope, number 32.
Yeah, Austin Pope went up, and you know, Marcus was able to get up there high. Marcus Bryce almost blocks the shot, but he came down really hard. I don't know if Austin Pope's going to be all right. He looks like he's a little shaken up. He hit his head pretty hard.
So he'll get 2 free throws. Marcus Bryce, smart foul. If you're going to foul, you might as well foul hard enough so they don't get a 3-point play. But now Marcus Bryce has 2 fouls, and so does Aziz Leaks, which is not good for the Badgers, as they might have to go with a smaller lineup. The biggest on the court now is, I believe, Lorenz Stalcup, and Stalcup is the height of 6'11", and after him is Romain Lucier with a height of 6'7", so it's a smaller lineup now without Aziz Leaks and Marcus Bryce. So Gentry Thomas brings it up. He's going to go all the way. He sure will. Passes it off. Blocking foul. He's going to stay on the ground because he was passing.
That'll put him at the line, put him down the bonus, and we'll be shooting 1-1. Gentry Thomas.
So now Allen is set to check in, and he checks in, and out comes number 23.
Charlie Lockwood comes to the bench.
So Gentry Thomas has 73% free throw shooter. First one up and good. And the Badgers lead at 23-19, 5:53 left in the half. Second up and no good. In there was Junior Haley, but he wasn't able to get the ball. Back on defense there. He tips it away. Good job. He'll lead it right up. Beautiful pass, but he can't control it, so he has to save it, and he steps on the line, and so it's going to go the other way. The only place you could put the pass is where Gentry Thomas put it, but the problem was Junior Talley can't finish it.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to get a good handle on it. If he does, he's got an open dunk.
Looked like he was worrying more about getting to the basket than controlling the ball. You got to control it first. Almost a travel there. Gets his own. Oh! Not a huge fan of that call, but Stalcup will be called for his first personal foul as he blocked the shooting number 11.
Angola Rodas goes to the line, shooting 2.
So the Badgers have done well and kept this lead, but it seems like NIC is just hanging around. What do you think the Badgers need to do to kind of extend this lead?
They got to stop the dribble penetration. Kind of the same thing that Northern Idaho needs to do to them. The dribble penetration has really just been opening things up for both teams.
It's a good trap defense there, but Chris O'Neill is able to get through it, and he passes up to Thomas. Now it's a 3-on-1. He goes hard. He looked like he got fouled. No call. but he almost gets his own rebound. But the rebound comes out with number 5, Allen, and now going hard to the bucket. That's Pope flying high, floating it.
Austin Pope
Pope's got
now
2 more.
with 13 points on the night. He's really been hard for Snow to handle. Such great length and speed. Gentry Thomas makes a great pass, cuts the defense, gets a good shot attempt, but he's swatted hard at the basket. And a turnover by Northern Idaho with another kick to Thomas, who is unable to finish again at the rim, but he gets his own board.
Beautiful effort by Thomas. He's a hustler, and Rob Nelson is not happy what he's seeing, and so with what he's seeing, so he's going to take a timeout, talk things over right now with the Badgers and try to figure it out because they only lead by 1, 23-22, 4:38.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Badgers will have the inbound pass on the sideline. Side out for the Badgers. Walter Wright back in the game. Rob Nelson called that timeout. He wants Wright back in the game to control this tempo. And Aziz Leaks and Bryce still on the bench with 2 fouls. I wouldn't be surprised if they stayed there until the end of the half. Walter Wright over to O'Neal. O'Neal pulls up that 3-point shot. No good. Rebound hard. That's number 22, Kyle Brees. And now the NIC are rolling and riding. Foul and one.
Wow.
Out it.
What an acrobatic finish by Angola Rodas. I don't know how he was able to finish that. It looked like it even might have been an offensive foul. He fought off Stalcup with his offhand and falling. He throws it up with his right and it goes off the glass and falls.
Little circus act there, but it pays off as the NIC Cardinals take their first lead, and that's a lead by 2. And now Coach Corey Simmons wants to talk it over with his team. And that's a coach 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout with him.
If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. And you get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
So the Badgers, a costly turnover on the other end was Rodas for a 3-point play, and the Badgers now trail by 3.
Walter Wright
Sorry,
really
2.
turns it over, able to kick it to Gentry Thomas, but he's fouled as he does so.
So Wright will be heading to the line for 1-and-1.
Foul on Angola Rodas. That'll be his second foul, so they'll sub in Lucas Antunes in his place. Can't have him in foul trouble. He's been able to put up a few points for NIC.
First one up and good. Walter Wright with another point on the night. He's now got 4. Four minutes left in the half, 24-25. Badgers trail 1. Now they're tied.
You know, Walter Wright's really been taken out of his game with the defense that Northern Idaho's been running. I've been so used to watching Walter Wright just take people one-on-one and kill them, going to the basket and splitting zones, but Northern Idaho's done a good job with their size of keeping Wright from scoring where he normally scores.
Good help defense there. That's Junior Talley and Taylor, sorry. And on the other end, here come the Badgers. Gentry Thomas pull up 3-pointer. No good. Hard off the rebound. Hard rebound. Good corralled it there by Romain Louisier. And finally, the foul is called on number 3, DeJean Piper. I believe that's his second foul. And so the Badgers will be heading to the free throw line once again with 3:33 left in the half.
And they're now in the double bonus, so looks like Lucier will have 2 shots. DeAdrian Allen set to check in for Northern Idaho.
It's interesting how conference records of the Badgers and NIC are just about the same. They're both 2-2 right now. Stats all across the board just about the same. They're 3rd and 4th in conference, and so it's really funny to watch the score as it's been close the whole time. Now the Badgers lead by 2. They've been going back and forth. These are 2 teams that are very competitive in the conference, along with CSI and Salt Lake Community College. So Cardinals looking for something on this end, and that's Pope. He wants to go down low, and he does, and finds an open man. Good little hook move there. That's number 22, Kyle Guise. Guise now has 2 points, his first 2 points for the night. Gentry Thomas looking over Walter Wright, wanted the 3, but he gives it up for Gentry Thomas to shoot a 3, and that one's hard off the rim. Good rebound, J.R. Talley. Talley loses handles, and now come the Cardinals. Easy layup here. He goes hard, and he gets blocked. No, he finishes at the rack. That was great defense by Gentry Thomas, getting right up in the air and getting with him. So now it's NIC lead by 2. Walter Wright wanted to take the shot, but he didn't. Now he kicks it over, back to Wright. Wright now pulls the trigger. That one's short. Talley almost got the rebound. And now the NIC are releasing early, and there it goes. Gentry Thomas tried to get up there. He was able to do so. So now NIC has their largest lead of 4.
Ron Piper with a flying finish at the basket. He was high enough to throw that down. You know that last 3 that Walter Wright took, he can definitely make that shot, but that's a pretty deep shot with 2 very long guards. Right? Not up in him, but definitely making that a tough shot.
Kick ball there on number 22, Kyle Guise.
Marcus Harris checks in for the first time for Northern Idaho.
And also Dylan Carter. Carter we haven't seen much of this season. He had an early injury and played a little bit against CSI and is in now, and going to the bench is Gentry Thomas. Good shot there. No, he gives it up and turns it over. It's not what you want to see. Tried to get the help there, but he's unable to do so. And now NIC is slowly starting to pull away. And the Badgers are not looking good as Bryce and Aziz Leaks continue to sit on the bench.
Yeah, this zone is starting to give Snow a little bit of trouble, as they've been unable to really get the ball inside, and they've been forced to just kick it around the wing.
That's what you want as he drives hard to the hole, and he'll be heading to the free throw line. That's Junior Taylor.
Good drive by Junior Taylor.
So he'll be shooting 2 free throws.
You know, as I'm sitting here looking at the season stats for Northern Idaho, I see that Austin Pope has only played 1 game for them and had 7 points in that game. Tonight, we're not even halfway through the game yet, and he has 13 for North Idaho.
So up and good is the first free throw. And the Badgers cut the lead now 28-33. 1:31 left in the half. It's not been too exciting first half. It's just been good work by both teams, playing hard and equally graded teams. Nice little shot, hard off
the back iron, but it finds a way in.
1:25 in the half. And DeJohn and Pope going back and forth. Going down, kicking out, that's what you want. But the Badgers are rotating very well and moving. Jump ball, beautiful, and possession of Northern Idaho, so the ball will stay on this end.
Good hands by Stalcup down low, able to get the jump ball.
The Badgers were not paying attention, and that's what's going to happen when you get caught sleeping. That's number 22, Kyle Guise with a 3-point shot.
And that's the last guy you want to leave open from 3. He's solid 43%. from the three-point line on the season, and he actually leads North Idaho in three-point percentage.
Walter Wright not happy.
Walter seems to be yelling at his guys, trying to get them in position on offense. Doesn't seem like they're quite where they needed to be, because they were unable to get anything going there.
But that's a foul on Allen, and so now Junior Taylor will head to the free throw line. He was just there, made two. Let's see if he can do it again. The Badgers trail 36-29, 39.4 left. Up and good, first free throw. So now O'Neal is in.
Coach Gold is really getting after Walter Wright there. I don't know exactly what was going on in that discussion, but he was definitely not happy with what he saw in that last possession.
I feel like the Badgers are playing very flat right now. There's no energy here in the gym, and Northern Idaho is taking advantage of that. They can't even get the crowd involved.
Snow switches to a 1-3-1. Northern Idaho is still trying to figure out what they want to do offensively as the shot clock continues to run down. Only about a 3-second differential between the game and the shot clock.
Deep three-point shot up and good. That was beautiful. That's number 11. No, sorry, number 1, Antunes. And Walter right on the other end, air ball. And he'll go to the locker room displeased with everything. He doesn't even talk to the team. He heads straight in. So the Badgers not looking good right now as they trail 39-31. I'm surprised it's this close. They're really flat right now. Hopefully they can get things figured out and going. We'll bring you a halftime show. We'll talk about stats and talk about some key points of the game that the Badgers have done well and done bad, and we'll talk about NIC also, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people. Connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Art, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Todos tenemos un sueño. El mío era ver el océano. Y con un poco de ayuda, lo logré. There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
the press and then falling back into the zone.
Okay, so there you have it. Hopefully the Badgers can come up with a win and pick up a win here in Ephraim. If not, well, we'll see what can happen. So we'll be back in just a minute. 6 minutes left here in halftime, and then we'll get it started underway. So see you in 6 minutes. ready to get this second half underway. I'm Jeff Britton, joined by Stephen Hadley. Badgers trail it 39-31. Of course, we had talked a little bit about halftime. Probably didn't hear us. I think I forgot to turn on the wireless mic. That's my mistake. So you probably didn't hear us, but what we talked about was real great stuff. And what we said was that the Badgers are having a hard time against this great zone that NIC has been playing, but the Badgers are just needing to be disciplined, and maybe they can do that with their starters back on the court with Aziz Leaks and Bryce.
That was a blatant punt. I've never seen someone kick a ball so hard on purpose in a basketball game. But good job, Kyle Guise. You now have the award.
He almost sent it to Manti.
Yeah, I think that seriously almost hit the...
Gentry Thomas for three, deep three, no good. Rebound Aziz Leaks.
Aziz Leaks with the tough board.
He steps on the line, and that's going to go
out of bounds.
Should have kept his head up. He had a Gentry Thomas cutting to the hole. He had a few open people. He wanted to go to the basket, though.
Yeah.
So back coming the other way is Pope.
Pope really hurt the Badgers last in the first half. His length has just really given him a size advantage over both Walter Wright and Gentry Thomas.
So that foul was called on number 20, Niles. He'll head to the bench real quick. It's only his first foul, but Coach Corey Simmons didn't want him to stay on the court, pulled him out pretty quick.
Yeah, he doesn't seem very happy with what Niles did on that possession. Not really how you want to start the half with a turnover on your first possession.
So Allen comes onto the court for him, and now the Badgers are kind of in a weave. They go down to Bryce. Bryce puts a little shake on it, but no bake. He's trying to get open down low. Walter goes hard. And
blocking foul called on Dwan Piper. Looks like Walter Wright's going to continue to try and drive, and that's something he did really well at the start of the first half, was drive and dish to his teammates, who were able to finish a few times. They did miss some easy ones, but great pass right there on an inbounds play. Aziz Leaks unable to finish, but he will be going to line to shoot two.
Yeah, that's a good play on an inbound. You want to go down low, and Aziz almost is able to finish and make a three-point play, but
yeah, he just said a great. Sorry to cut you off. He said a great back pick right there, and then slipped down. North Idaho didn't even see him.
So now Ty Higbee is into the game. Higbee, and out coming DeJuan Piper, and Aziz made that first free throw. He's now got 4 points on the night, and he's set to shoot another. 19:05 left in the half. Aziz misses that, but the home team turns it over. You got to have some better communications than that, and Thomas gets it over to White, and Wright down to Leaks, and Leaks wants to go to work, and he does, but he has to kick it out. Gentry Thomas almost pulls the trigger.
Gentry Thomas shot a really ice-cold 1 of 8 in the first half. That's probably why he was a little slow to pull the trigger there, but he does get a good drive and up and over finish, driving the basket. Good job by Gentry Thomas.
Now Gentry has 6.
Hopefully that's a sign of things to come, because he did struggle in that first half shooting the ball.
And now the Badgers trail by 5. Good move to the bucket, and one counted. He's fouled. He'll be going to the line to make a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Tough finish, Austin Pope. He continues to really be the workhorse for this North Idaho offense.
So Walter Wright picks up his second foul, and Pope now has 15 points on the night, and he's going to the free throw line to shoot another free throw. Missed it short. Rebound Wright. Good box out by Aziz Leaks and Marcus Bryce, and so Wright was able to get it. Trying to go down low to Bryce, they can't do it, so they have to give it up to Aziz.
Looks like North Idaho's gone to a man-to-man defense here to give maybe Snow just a different look, which honestly is what Snow usually excels against, is the man defense, because of their quick guards.
So the Badgers are looking to get Aziz Leaks involved. Good looking jump shot, no good by Junior Taylor, and now come running the Cardinals on the other end. No one's going to guard him. He might as well go all the way. He got fouled, almost got it to fall. So now Aziz Leaks is going to have to pick up his third personal foul because someone was caught sleeping. It looked like it was Junior Taylor, who was caught sleeping, and now Aziz Leaks is in some deep foul trouble, and he might have to sit on the bench right now.
Yeah, that's just bad transition defense by Snow. Taylor was unable to get back after taking that shot to find his man, and Aziz Leaks was just put in a bad position. Probably shouldn't have put himself out like that to get his third foul, but Angola Rodas is shooting his first free throw, and it goes down.
So the NIC now extends to their lead. They lead 42-34, 17:46 left in the game. So now Rodas misses his second, but Gentry Thomas is able there to scoop up a rebound. And so Aziz Leaks puts a pick, and Thomas has to kick it out to Wright. Almost gets tipped away. Wright's trying to shake and bake. He does. Goes all the way to the hole, and he's going to get called for a travel.
And it was. And you know, this is what I've seen Snow excel so well at this year, is the man-to-man defense. When people go man on them, they just have that high screen with Walter Wright, and Walter Wright will just cut up the defense.
So now bringing the ball up for the Cardinals is Rodas. And the Badgers looking to stop this very hot NIC team. Going hard as he can't foul. He almost did.
Rims out and gets his own finish. Number 5, Deadrian Allen, North Idaho.
So
Good job finishing.
Aziz Leaks is playing very scared with 3 fouls. Doesn't box out, doesn't do his job, and so now NIC extends their lead to 10.
Yeah, Snow really can't afford for him to get his 4th foul is what it would be. He has 3 now.
16:37 left in the game.
Walter Wright with the ball up top, drives, kicks to Gentry Thomas, who'll take the 3, and it falls.
Beautiful shot by Gentry Thomas. And that's what the Badgers needed.
Exactly, that's exactly what they need.
So coming the other way is Rodas. He's kind of taking control of the point and goes there. It looked like he traveled, no call. Bryce can't get over the back, but great movement down there by Allen. Allen's able to get 2 more points. He's got 4.
Deadrian Allen has kept the possession alive 2 times in a row now for North Idaho, and he's scored on both drives. Gentry Thomas takes a tough jumper there, but he's unable to finish. Marcus Bryce with the board, and a foul call on North Idaho.
So that foul was on Deadrian Allen.
Charlie Lockwood checks in now for Deadrian Allen.
Allen's got 3 personal fouls, and there's the 4th team foul. Walter Wright inbound baseline.
And
almost a 5-second call.
Badgers are lucky to have Deadrian Allen back on the bench because he's really been hurting them here in those last couple minutes.
Walter Wright down low to Stalcup and over the back. He gets his hand caught in the cookie jar. That's number 23, Lockwood.
Lockwood checks in and gets a quick foul.
So now the 5th team foul, and the Badgers inbound, same position, just but a few seconds later. Inbound to Bryce. Bryce with his length able to save it, but then he throws it away. Not a great inbound pass, and now it's open all the way. Pope, hard foul. That could maybe be. No, they're not going to call it, but it looks like he just pushed him straight in the back. So.
Yeah, that was a dangerous foul. Austin Pope very explosive at the rim, but so is Tally with Snow as he gets the hard foul, and Austin Pope will set to shoot 2 more. Pope already has 15 points on the night, and like I mentioned, he's only played 1 game for North Idaho, and in that game he scored 7. Right now at 15, he's really been a pleasant surprise for North Idaho.
I don't know if he was injured or why he hasn't played many games, but that's got to be great for Coach of the NIC, because they can really now use him to their advantage.
And it looks like they're going to need it, because I also see on here that Jamal Robateo is their leading scorer on the season with 16 points a game, and he has not played at all tonight. I'm not sure whether he's injured or what the situation is with him, but I have not seen him on the floor.
So the Badgers come the other way. You got Walter Wright along with Marcus Bryce, Loren Stalcup, Romain Louisier, and Gentry Thomas. And for the Cardinals, you got Pope, and you've got a few other number 31, Higby, also number 11, Rodas, and number 22, Guis.
Gentry Thomas continues to struggle in the field. Walter Wright pushes the ball hard up the court, and he'll finish at the rim. What a beautiful finish. I'll tell you what, I've seen Walter Wright finish some of the most difficult layup attempts ever. He's so good at spinning the ball and getting it to fall from whatever position he's put in.
So all the way to the rack, he's unable to finish, but rebound, big rebound by Higby, and now they set it up again. 13:36 left in the game, and they now have an 8-point lead. So going down low, going to work, beautiful spin move, air ball, rebound, Lucier, and he gets fouled. And so it looks like that'll be the 6th team foul. So from here on out, looks like the Badgers will be shooting free throws. And
Jaquan Niles checks in for Angola Rodas. And it looks like Charlie Lockwood also came off, so I think we're having a few difficulties with the shot clock again, but everything's set to go, and Walter Wright at the top of the key.
So now Walter Wright gets the screen, but just kind of falling behind him, moving Lucier. Beautiful jump shot. He gets it to fall.
That's a great sign. They need him to get going. They're pulled within 6 now, and if he can catch on fire, that would be very good news for Snow.
Walter Wright has 9. So Corey Simmons takes a smart timeout to make sure his team doesn't give up this 6-point lead, and we'll take a timeout as well here on Snow TV.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow!
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at beatthepig.org.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding.
Welcome back, Snow TV. So the Badgers have now cut the lead to 6, 41-47, 13:59 left on the game. So Walter Wright looking over to Coach Rob Nelson to figure out what's going on here on the defensive end. Pope wants to go to the hole. Wright beats him to the spot. Good defense there by Marcus Bryce. He'll go out and run. He gives to Wright. Wright's going all the way to the hole. He'll get fouled. Almost finished at the bucket to get an and one, but falls short off the rim. Beautiful job there. I thought Wright was going to give it up to Bryce, but it was good to go up and get the foul.
Yeah, I looked like he almost had a chance to maybe throw an alley-oop there, but honestly, the defender never really committed, so it was probably smart of Wright to take the ball in like that.
So Rodas, no, he doesn't spend much time on the bench. He's back in, and out comes Higby. So Walter Wright missed his first free throw. That's unorthodox, and he makes a second. So now with 13:34 left in the game, the Badgers trail 42-47. So Piper not getting anything easy as the Badger defense is playing stiff right now. A lot of pop-ups, screens from the down low big guys trying to get something going.
Yeah, they got a lot of motion going up top, but the Badgers are doing a good job of switching and helping off the screens. So North Idaho unable to really get a good look.
And so good rebound by the Badgers, and now Walter Wright comes the other way. Good move, crossover all the way, foul. No call. Stalcup on the rebound. That one's called.
Big finish.
So now the Badgers are cutting into this lead, 44-47, 12:53 left, and Stalcup has the opportunity to make it a 2-point game.
Walter Wright obviously frustrated. He was unable to finish there at the rim, but Stalcup finished the play. Great rebound, great putback, and he has a chance at 3-point play.
I think that's great about penetration is the big men have to step over to help so that Walter Wright doesn't get the easy layup, and then that causes easy backside rebounds like Stalcup just got. And now it's called a foul on Marcus Bryce, which is not good because now he'll have 3 fouls, and Aziz Leaks has been on the bench all afternoon, and we don't want to see Marcus Bryce there with him. So Bryce has got to play smart.
Yeah, it's not really a foul you want on a free throw, but looks like coach will keep him on the floor for now.
So Pope leading the offense for the Cardinals. Northern Idaho back to Pope.
Piper
Beautiful.
for 3. It's hard off the glass. Long rebound. He gets his own rebound.
Good defense there by O'Neal, stay in front of his man.
Yeah, it was a great job.
Not letting Piper make his way into the hole. Good defense here by the Badgers, just trying to shut everything down. Finally, foul called.
Looks like Luis Sierra will get that foul. You know, Snow really played good defense there, and then just with the pump fake, Luis Sierra got caught in bad position and committed the foul.
So that's his second personal foul, and the Badgers now have 5 team fouls. So now shooting is Piper. His is up and good.
You know, I failed to mention this earlier, but NIC already has 8 team fouls, so Snow will be at the line from here on out.
So Piper makes the first, and now he's going to get a try at a second, and he gets it. So now they extend the lead once again. Five-point lead for the Cardinals of Northern Idaho. Badgers trying to move the offense around and find Marcus Bryce. Turnaround jumper, no good. Stalcup almost had the rebound. Got nothing going for the Badgers, so now NIC going back the other way. Pope. He's looking down low, but couldn't find anything. So he'll set it up once again. That's Rodas looking to set up the offense. Foul called. Looks like he got his hand caught on the way across. That was Chris O'Neal. That's Chris O'Neal's second personal foul, 6th team foul for the Badgers.
Just one away from the bonus now for NIC also, so looks like we're going to be in for a long night of free throws if things continue the way they've been going.
So
Rodas trying to clear the lane so he can get somewhere to drive. Motion for his man to leave the paint.
Now Pope closely guarded by Wright.
Good pass.
Beautiful alley-oop play by Northern Idaho. That's number 3, Dejon Piper. He's able to get 2 more points.
That's really just a great pass by Kyle Guise at the top of the key, able to see his man cutting to the basket and throws a perfect pass.
So pull-up jumper there by Wright. Beautiful shot. I think Walter Wright believes that he's got to carry this team, and he hasn't scored many points tonight. I wonder if he's going to start to pull the trigger more. NIC 51, Snow College 46, 10:29 left in the game. Pope going down low, kicks it back out. They want to post up on Walter Wright, and Pope continues to post up, and Wright's not making it easy for him.
And it really is, it's a mismatch for North Idaho, considering that Pope has 7 inches on the smaller Walter Wright, but Walter did a great job of making sure that Pope never got in good enough position to get an entry pass.
So NIC will take a timeout, and we will take a timeout as well.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Hey, thanks for stopping by. You know, I followed your character since the first episode. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Thank you. And listen, your storyline, it makes for incredible TV drama. Thing is, your drug use is very adult content. Too adult for the kids. So I'm gonna have to block you. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, have a good one. You're a nice lady.
So the Cardinals, after that timeout, will inbound baseline. Inbounding to the beautiful shot there, no good. A long rebound. Looks like the John Johnson, who just checked in, will get it. He'll set it up for the Badgers. Goes over to Taylor, who just checked in too. Wright, he wants to pull the trigger. No, yes, he will. He'll pull up that three-point shot. That one's good. Walter Wright starting to find his strike. He's got 14 points, and he's leading the Badgers. And he wants to take control of this game. That looks like a travel. He'll go the other way. Get him a ticket.
You know, that's just bad defense by North Idaho there. Walter Wright takes a dribble like he's going to the whole steps back, and no one comes back out to contest a shot. That's his kind of shot. He'll take that three all day long.
So with now the score 51 for North Idaho and 49 for the Badgers, and 9:50 left in this matchup.
Looks like North Idaho, the last couple possessions actually, has gone back to that zone. As you can see, they struggled once they went man-to-man. Snow's just got too good of guards to try and man up.
Stalcup, big rebound. Looked like he got fouled. No call. Bryce getting in there, getting heavy. It's getting hot. Everyone's getting angry, but it's a beautiful play by the Badgers. And so now Walter Wright sets it up again.
Marcus Bryce, like he didn't get called with the foul. It might have, to me, it looked like he had a solid hand.
John Johnson, Walter Wright, one more three-pointer, and that means the Badgers take their first lead of this half.
Another huge shot by Walter Wright as he continues to heat up. That's exactly what we want to see if you're Snow. With 9 minutes left in the game as you take your first lead.
Pope going hard, getting fouled.
Pope.
That one's going to be called and one. He'll go to the line to shoot one free throw. It's not what you want to see. The good news is the foul was on Stalcup and not Marcus Bryce. So the Badgers, after that foul, will be in the bonus. NIC will be in the bonus.
Austin Pope continues to give the Badgers problems off the dribble as his length and speed has just allowed him to get to the rim basically at will.
So he's set to shoot the free throw. It's up and good. Hit the bottom of the net. It was beautiful. It tickled the line. And now LeJohn Johnson is running the point guard and giving Walter Wright the opportunity to kind of run that two guard and get the open shot. Turnover there almost by the Badgers. Cross court, LeJohn Johnson turns the ball over. LeJohn Johnson, I don't know why he didn't go up with two hands there. He just tried to make a catch with one hand and it spun off his hand.
Yeah, I don't think he was able to really get it on balance as he jumped for the ball and was only able to put up one hand and unable to possess it.
So Pope, guarded by Taylor.
Yeah, that's probably a good change there as they put.
That's going to be a charge. He lowered the shoulder on his way to the hole. He's not happy. DeJuan Piper, but right call there.
So now you have DeJuan Piper at 6'7" being guarded by Snow's LeJohn Johnson, who's 5'8". There's seriously a foot difference between the two. And that's an adjustment Snow made just so that that tally would be put on Austin Pope to try and slow him down.
So now that's the fourth personal foul on DeJuan Piper. Marcus Bryce with a screen for Wright. Wright shaking and baking. 2 more points, no sir. That one goes out. And now Stalcups are going to get called for a foul, I believe. No, wait a second. Foul on number 23 of North Idaho. That's Lockwood. And Lockwood is now fouled out.
Charlie Lockwood with his 5th foul. I really didn't see where that foul came from, but that's it for him tonight. So Lucas Antunes at the moment looked like he had the job of trying to guard Walter Wright over there, and Walter really just picked him apart, unable to finish the jumper. But Snow has looked a lot better in this half. They've been able to get a lot of offense going.
Yeah, this last few minutes they've kind of gone on a little run. They kind of got it close, and then they lost it again, and now they're back within 2. So you got to love to see this when the Badgers just trying to kind of claw and fight their way into it, and just really, you don't want to leave it to the last shot. We've noticed that when they played Salt Lake City over the Christmas break in December, and then when they played the CSI the other night on Thursday, you don't want to leave it to last shots to win a game. You got to win now.
Yeah, they've struggled to close out some tough games this season, so hopefully they can change that tonight.
So now Stalcup will take 2 shots, being the double bonus. He gets the first one to fall. Stalcup's got 7 points tonight.
Yeah, he's had a good night. He's picked up some really tough boards. He's fought down low for the Badgers, and you know, it's a good job from him, as Aziz Leaks has been on the bench with some foul trouble.
You gotta love someone who can produce off the bench, and especially like you mentioned, when you can't have big Aziz Leaks down low. So now Pope trying to make a move. He does. He's going to the rack, and he gets 2 points. No, rolls off, but that's a foul. That's going to be on Junior Taylor, and now Coach Nelson is calling him over.
So as you can see, Taylor is now on Austin Pope, and he was able to contest his shot a lot better. Pope wasn't able to finish, but still drew the foul. You know, Pope is really just so fast coming off the dribble with his long strides and length.
I wonder if Pope coming down the stretch is going to be tired, and his shot shows it there, as he has played a lot of minutes tonight.
You make a good point, Jeff, and he's also taken some pretty hard fouls. He's been on the floor at least 3 times. Once really bad in the first half, and got thrown into the bleachers once in the second half, and the last one we saw was pretty tough too, so he's pretty beat, I'm sure.
And with him, this being his second game, and NIC's played 16, you can tell he's not up to the full stamina and level, and you can see it in his free throw shots there. So the Badgers come up lucky. They trail by 1, 54-53, 7:47 left in the game. Looks like Walter Wright has control of the ball now, almost gets his pocket picked, but he finds an opening. That's an offensive foul on Talley. So they won't be shooting free throws because it's an offensive, but the ball is turned over, and now checking in for NIC is number 3, Juan Piper, and he's got 4 fouls, so you got to attack him and maybe get him fouled out also.
Yeah, you know, I'm really not sure what Austin Talley was trying to, or J.R. Talley was trying to do right there. It looks like he kind of got caught in a bad position and tried to roll out of a screen that he shouldn't have been setting anyway, and got the foul. Costly turnover for the Badgers.
So now Pope is back, Wright is now guarding Pope once again. Nice screen by Weiss right there. Back to Weiss. Bryce steps out to guard him. Good looking 3-point shot. That's money. That's number 3, the Schwan Piper right off the bench.
Schwan Piper with the big 3-point shot.
53-57. NIC leads it, 7 minutes left in the game. Beautiful shot there. He returns the favor with John Johnson.
That's his sweet spot. You know, he hit some big shots from that same corner last game. He did miss the possible game tying 3 at the very, very end of the game, but that he really likes that corner shot.
So now it looks like the Badgers have moved to a 1-3-1, and comes up bad rebounding. You got to box out, and the 1-3-1's a little bit harder to box out. You got to find your man and box him.
Yeah, interesting that Snow's decided to try a little bit of a zone here.
Now they switch kind of back to a 2-3, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks more like a 2-3 right now.
So 19 seconds on the shot clock, 6:22 on the game clock.
And I would assume the zone is to try and stop the penetration, because really Pope has just torn them apart, dribbling the ball to the hole.
So DeJuan Piper right there guarded by Walter Wright. Walter Wright beats him to the spot. Talley gets a little burn, pull-up jumper. That one's short. Talley didn't box out, and so right there, number 11 gets a hard rebound. Marcus Bryce is going to get called for his 4th personal. That's not a good sign for the Badgers.
Looks like we might be seeing some Aziz Thomas here, or Aziz Leaks here with that foul.
We haven't seen much of Gentry Thomas tonight. He is on the bench after that first half. So it looks like there's going to be a timeout here on the court So I hope you guys enjoy these commercials. We'll be back in a minute.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose.
So the Badgers are taking the court now. The band quiets down just a little bit. And number 11, Brian Rodez is going to the line. Sorry, I slaughter his name every time I say it. I even know Spanish and I can't even get his name right.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, that's for sure.
I get going in like that English phase, and then like when I say English names, they come out ugly too. So hopefully it goes well for us. These last 6 minutes of the game, the Badgers now trail by 2. Up and good is the second free throw, so Rodez now has a solid 10 points on the game.
Rodez is only averaging 13 points on the season, so he's at about what you expect from him. Snow swings the ball around, not really sure what to do against this zone. Like I said, I was really surprised North Idaho went to that man in the second half. Ooh.
Near turnover.
That probably should have been a foul. So I would say that the turnover.
They're going to talk it through. They might overturn the call because it went off the leg. And so the Badgers look like they're going to get their ball back. Yep, turnover. And North Idaho coach is not happy.
You know, I think that's the right call. I do think it did bounce off the North Idaho player's leg. However, I do think the only reason why he was there is because he was fouled. So, break in the direction of the Badgers. They'll get the ball back. I'm not sure what's going to happen, whether it's a loose ball foul, if anyone's going to be shooting. Oh, wait. Timeout, North Idaho. Snowball on the out of bounds off North Idaho.
We'll take a timeout. We'll take one here. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Welcoming you back here on Snow TV. Hope you guys are enjoying, all you viewers, wherever you may be, watching the Badgers take on the Cardinals of North Idaho. In the corner, three-point shot. Walter Wright, yes sir, he does it. It's a tie ball game, 59-59. 5:28 left in the game.
Walter Wright has really caught fire. He now has 21 points on the night. Snow running the zone. Foul, and Chris O'Neill will send Lucas and Tunes to the line.
So Chris O'Neill now with his third foul, and that's double bonus for NIC.
For both teams, at this point, we've still got 5:18 left in the game, and both teams are well into the double bonus.
So this could end up being a long, dragged-out game as it's been close all night. First one up and good. So now Altoona has 6 points. And set to shoot another free throw. 5:18 left in the game. 60-59 your score. Up and good, rattled it down, and now they're pressing. Well, just denying the inbound, and now they back it off.
Gentry Thomas back in the game for Snow with both Walter Wright and LeJohn Johnson. Interesting when they go with all three of their guards. They've done it a couple times this season. Walter Wright able to hit another three. Wow.
Walter Wright is starting to find his shot. 24 points, and you know what that means. He's running off my stat sheet. Hopefully the board will keep it correct for us.
Walter Wright looks like he got hit on the nose on the last shot. He's still kind of shaking up.
So now on the other end, three-point shot. Tuna is, yep, that one goes down. He hits his chest a few times. Now they take a 2-point lead. NIC 64, Snow 62, 4:34 left in the game.
Tuna's now over his season average of 6 points per game on the season.
No foul called. Walter Wright wanted it. So did Coach Rob Nelson, and here come the Cardinals moving the ball around. Great transition defense by the Badgers, and they have to set things up. Screen coming.
Angola Rodas on the drive, kicks it out to Tunes, who will shoot another three and miss.
Now with John Johnson
running down the floor. They kick it back to Walter Wright, and Snow will get into their offense.
So 3:58 left in the game. And Walter Wright going to the hole. He will, and it looks like he got fouled.
That was an excellent hesitation move by Walter Wright. Once he beats first guy, gets the helper, and just hesitates and catches him. Wow, what great speed, Walter Wright.
So Dimitri Allen has 4 fouls, and as both teams are in the double bonus, you know everyone's in foul trouble, and they're more in foul trouble as the Badgers than NIC, but also checking in right now, Ty Higbee.
Adrian Allen forced to come off the floor with his 4th foul for North Idaho. And like you said, Jeff, lots of guys have got lots of fouls already. As Charlie Lockwood fouled out with about 8 minutes left in the game. It's pretty rare that you see that happen. And they've also got a couple other guys in foul trouble in North Idaho.
So Walter Wright ties the game, 64-64, 3:49 left. And Badgers really go with a short lineup now. Looks like everyone's at least under 6'5" besides Bryce. Good spin move, thought he traveled, no good. Gets his rebound, no. There's Wright with the rebound, and he's going to run the court. He sure will. He's going to go all the way. I won't doubt it. Gets the layup, no. Hard off the glass. Now NIC is going to do the same thing. Bryce has got to get off so he doesn't get a foul. And now going hard with Pope. Nope.
And Austin Pope with a hard drive and a great bounce pass to Ty Higbee, but there was a foul called on the drive, and Austin Pope will go to line to shoot too.
Pope's hands on his knee, tired. I would really like to see how many minutes he's played tonight. I would dare say he's almost played close to every minute that's been played.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, this is only his 2nd game according to what we have here, and he's taken some hard fouls, and he's been really carrying his team, so he's got to be tired at this point.
So his first free throw, he's set to shoot it. Crowd gives him a and he makes the first one. He really thought that one through. Took a lot of time on it.
He now has 20 points on the night.
So he's set and takes another. That one rolls off, and Gentry Thomas, of course, flying high for that rebound. And of course, Atunes, he was putting the pressure on Wright. Always gives Wright a hard time before he gets the ball.
You know, Pope's only played one game, like we've mentioned several times, and he went 3 of 5 from the free throw line in that game at a So that puts him at 60%. That's about what he's shooting tonight from the free throw line too. Not really the best shooter, but just his driving ability and his length has really just allowed him to create so much for North Idaho's offense.
So it looks like the Badgers are finally moving things around. Walter Wright, another three. Looked like he got fouled. No good. Bryce almost sweeps in there to get the rebound, but he doesn't. Now Northern Idaho's running, and they will pull it back out. Northern Idaho leads at 65-64, 2:33. This is one of the last two games that the Badgers have played in conference. They've really struggled, so let's see what they can do here down the stretch.
Right now you've got Ty Higbee at 6'6", being guarded by John Johnson. That's a difference of almost a foot in height.
Air ball by Daquan Piper. I think it's interesting that Coach Corey Simmons didn't draw it up, and I think that's why he calls a timeout here. Tell his team that LeJon Johnson is guarding a huge
Ty Higbee at 6'6". LeJon Johnson's 5'8" on what we have here on our stats, so that's definitely a mismatch, but it's one that's worked out for Snow. They've been playing all three of their guards, and that really hasn't hurt them up to this point.
So we're going to take we'll stick it right here. It sounds like they're going to come back in right now. Just a 30-second timeout. So what have the Badgers done in this half a little bit better than the first, and what do they have to do to win down the stretch?
I think what's going to be real big for them is their boarding. They need to be strong on the boards. As we mentioned, the first half they got out-rebounded by 7 boards, and now that they have a smaller lineup in, defensively they've done a great job, but they got to make sure that they control the glass. Offensively, Walter Wright's carrying them, and as long as they continue to drive and be patient, they're going to be fine.
So there you have it from the analyst, Stephen Hadley. Badgers better do it to pick up a win. And looks like Walter Wright is in full control of his offense.
See, North Idaho's gone back to man.
All the way to the hole. Count it. He's fouled. He's going to the line.
I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what North Idaho's trying to do right now. I would not be going back into man defense. That's really how Snow got back into this game. As soon as they switch back into man defense, Walter Wright takes it right to the hoop and gets an and one.
You get those isolation plays for Walter Wright, and he's got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, he's just the best player on the floor. They've got no one that's going to be able to guard him man on man, and once he helps, he's such a good passer out of the drive that it just creates so much for Snow.
Walter Wright had 5 points in the first half and now has 27. He scored the points in this half and has really brought this team back. Makes that free throw. Make that 28 points on the night.
Snow continues with their smaller lineup. Like you mentioned, they've got almost all their guys are under 6'5", aside from Marcus Bryce at 6'10".
So 1:34 left in the game, 67-65, the Badgers lead it. Now they go down to the post against LeJon Johnson, cross court. Rigby, 3, no good, rebound. Bryce, huge rebound. He clears it out to Taylor, and Taylor wants to give it up to Walter Wright, and he will, and that's a smart move as Wright has been in full control. 1:18 left. What do the Badgers look for right now? Huge possession.
They want to run as much time off the shot clock as they can because North Idaho has really struggled offensively, so I'm sure they'll look for some sort of isolation. I don't know why North Idaho continues to stay in man. I would just set a screen for Walter Wright and let him go to work with about 10 seconds on the clock, and here they go.
Looks like they set that screen, and Walter Wright goes to the hole. He has to back it out. Spin move, layup, no good. Almost gets his own rebound, but he doesn't. Now NIC is going to run the ball.
Walter Wright almost got both the foul. That would have been really incredible.
Wow. Easy 2 points. Timeout NIC. 67-67, 45.6 seconds left.
And you can see right now that Coach Nielsen is really frustrated with this team. They just had terrible transition defense on that possession. They had plenty of time to get back, but they failed to really set anything up, and they allowed an easy drive to the basket with an easy finish to tie the game.
I wasn't a huge fan of Walter Wright's shot there, but he took it, being confident with his shot. He has brought the team back from behind. And so everything's looking good for the Badgers right now. The only problem they need right now is to get a good shot.
Yeah, they've got this possession. It'll be interesting to see if they try and go with a quick shot to make sure they get another possession, or if they will waste the whole clock and leave about 10 seconds for NIC.
Definitely want to find an open shot and just take it when you can take it. That's probably the best thing Coach Rob Nelson's drawn up right now on his board. So as they ring the horn, there's 45 seconds left, 67-67. Isn't it interesting how good the games have been the last few days, coming down to the stretch, coming down the wire?
Yeah, it's been really exciting to be here in the gym. The girls' game went into overtime, and now we've got another tight game here. Hopefully Snow can close one out. Unfortunately, they haven't really been able to win any of these close games, but they've really put themselves in position to succeed in it, and we'll see what they do on this possession to see if they can pull away.
Let's see if they can't do it here as Junior Taylor is set to inbound for Walter Wright. And let's see what NIC has drawn up on the defensive end. Doesn't look like they're going to press too hard. And here at the scores table, the ref is still there. They've worked things out. Now it's going to start.
And Coach Corey Simmons yelling at his team right now, no fouls, no fouls. And that goes for both teams. Any stupid foul right now could really give the win to the other team as both teams are in the double bonus.
So Walter Wright picks up the ball. Looks like they're kind of in an ISO play. He'll go to the rack. He'll get fouled. No, he puts up the floater. That's 2 points and good. Walter Wright, 69-67, 38 seconds left. So the shot clock difference is about 3 seconds. So it looks like the Badgers will get another shot. Got to play some good defense here.
Well, that was a very interesting defensive decision by North Idaho, really just to basically tell Walter Wright to try and beat him, and he definitely did.
Well, John Johnson playing tough. Timeout. NIC, 20 seconds left, 69-67, 17 seconds on the shot clock, 3 seconds differential.
Yeah, and kind of how I mentioned, I was curious to see if Snow would try and score quick, and they did. And so, regardless of what happens here, Snow will get at least the last shot. Hopefully, if I'm Snow, I make sure I keep North Idaho off the three-point line, and make them try and finish at the rim.
The question now is, do you bring in some big men to play some defense? Because on the offensive rebounds, it's going to be hard.
I think as long as they can keep tally on Austin Pope, that'll be good. And then you just have to be aware and talk with it on your team. Make sure you got those three-point guys covered, because they have several good three-point shooters like Kyle Glees, who's actually a 6'7", he plays power forward basically, who would be a good option for them on a driving kick. So just know your shooters, play good defense, and just hang tough. Snow might even try and come out and do a 1-3-1 or something here just to mix things up.
So let's see what they do here. Hopefully they can box it out. Coach Rob Nelson does not change his lineup. He's coming out with Walter Wright, LeJohn Johnson, Junior Taylor, Gentry Thomas, and Marcus Bryce. And North Idaho is coming out with Glees, also coming out with Rodas, Pope, and I can't see down low, that's number 3, Piper. And so here it is, they give it to Pope. Of course they want the ball in the hands of Pope. Walter Wright playing defense there on him. Looks like they have to give it up and go it over. He looks up the shot clock, 10 on the shot clock, 8 on the shot clock, 7. Good defense there. Marcus Bryce helps. He goes all the way up. Traveling looks like the call. And turnover. Looks like the Badgers have just caught a break.
I don't think they caught a break. I think that was a great call by the official. And Gola Rodas almost got away with an extra step that really gave him a layup. And, sometimes guys get away with that, and that was a great call by the official.
So this is big now. The Badgers have got to inbound with power. 6 seconds left on the clock. Shot clock off. And now pressing. Rob Nelson's going to talk this over a full timeout. So we'll let you guys enjoy a few commercials. We'll be back in just a minute.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Okay, welcome back here at E from Utah. I'm Jeff Renton, joined along with Stephen Hadley. This is really turning out to be a good one. The Badgers lead at 69-67. 6 seconds left on the game clock. traveling was the call on the last play. Looks like Coach Nelson made a quick change. Junior Taylor's out. O'Neal is in. Inbound Walter Wright, almost turnover. There's a foul. Whew, that was way too close for comfort, but Walter Wright's happy. He'll be going to the free throw line to shoot free throws. Out of anyone on the team, you want the ball in his hands.
Yeah, and Chris O'Neal is talking to Coach Rob Nelson right now because that's not what Chris O'Neal expected Walter Wright to do. He expected him to come towards him as he faded away. Chris O'Neal kind of panicked and just threw it up, and luckily Walter Wright able to come away with it and get fouled. But yeah, just like you said, Jeff, this is exactly who you want as the line to finish the game.
So, as we had mentioned, Walter Wright had 5 points in the first half and now has 30. That's 25 points in the second half.
With 2 more to go, wow, what a half for Walter Wright.
Walter Wright now holds the record here in Ephraim for a Badger to score the most points with 47. He did that during the preseason. Walter Wright is a player. He is a good player, and he makes the first one. So it looks like the Badgers, the worst that's going to happen here is a 3-point shot in a tie ball game in overtime. But Walter Wright set to shoot another.
I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if 26 points and a half, what he has right now, Walter Wright, if that's not a record too, that's a lot of points in one half.
Sure is. And so the Badgers hoping for a free throw going down, and Walter Wright misses it. I don't know if that was part of his plan. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Timeout.
Looks like North Idaho called a timeout, and there's discussion as to how much time we put back on the clock. Definitely some time should be put back.
The ref says they're 3.5. He saw 3.5.
He was trying to make sure North Idaho's coach was trying to make sure the timeout was called after they crossed half court so they can drop something on this side of the court. It'll be interesting to see how much time they put up on the court. 3.3. That's definitely enough time. That's plenty of time to get a shot you want.
Tough shot, tough break there by Walter Wright. Hopefully you were hoping that Walter Wright could have hit that free throw. I think that was his first miss of the night from the free throw line. If I'm not mistaken, I don't have an official stat. I didn't see anything. He may have missed one in the first half, it looks like. No, he was perfect in the first half.
So I think you're right. I think that was his first miss, and it was a big miss because now Northern Idaho has a chance to tie it up.
And I don't know going down this stretch if Snow has great odds to win the game in overtime. We watched that in the women's game. They just couldn't capitalize, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully they can just get a win here and we can all go home.
Yeah, hopefully there's no overtime.
We're hoping for a win and we can go home and maybe enjoy some football as the NFL playoffs continue today.
So, Jeff, what do you think? Who are they going to draw this play up for? Looks like they subbed in a couple guys. They subbed in number 4, Marcus Harris. He must be a good 3-point shooter because he has not come off the bench. Oh, he is. He's a 40% free throw shooter. They also have Kyle Gleason, number 22, who's a 43% free throw shooter. And
so guarding the inbound is Stalcup. He's giant right in front here. And he's in his face. Looks almost like a 5-second. There it is. He throws it away. Turnover. Looks like the Badgers are going to win this one. They come away with a close one.
And that's definitely not what they wanted coming out of the timeout. They were not able to really get anyone open, and Juwan Piper just threw it away with no one open.
So it looks like Coach Rob Nelson wants to call a timeout. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's over there talking with the ref, but everyone's kind of just here waiting to see his call, and
timeout.
There it is.
He's got 2 timeouts left. Might as well take it and drop what you want to end the game. Juwan Piper obviously very, very frustrated at this moment. Coaches had to grab a hold of him and let him know he's okay. It wasn't really his fault. There was no one to throw the ball to. Snow did a good job defending the inbounds play.
What I really find very interesting is Snow College lost to Salt Lake in a close one, lost to CSI in a close one, and they're about to win, or sorry, you don't win someone, you beat someone. They're about to beat North Idaho in this one, and Snow College hasn't got any votes from the national rankings, whereas Northern Idaho has. So maybe with this week's performance by Snow College, they could maybe get a few votes from the voters.
Yeah, that's this would be a great win for Snow and something they really need to come back off the tough loss they had to Southern Idaho in the last game. And, they played really great tonight. The second half was so much better than the last about 7 minutes of the first half where they struggled and fell into like an 8-point deficit. Just great job by Walter Wright. Really put the team on his back and carried them through this half.
So they're going to inbound right in front of us. The one who's going to inbound is Chris O'Neill. Looks like they spread the court out to see what's going to happen. Walter Wright, great cut.
Speed, cuts away, gets fouled with
1.9 seconds.
1.9 seconds left on the clock.
So Walter Wright can basically put the game away for the Badgers, and so he'll be in the double bonus. So he'll get 2 free throws. So as long as he makes one, the Badgers will come up with the win.
Yeah, and it's been a great game.
I put the player of the game, definitely put it on the shoulders of Walter Wright. As of the 70 points that they've scored, probably going to end up with 72. He scored 31. So the Badgers very happy at this moment would be my guess. His first one up and good. And so Rob Nelson telling his team, don't foul, just sit back. Let them make the play.
Yep, nothing else you need to do anymore. Gentry Thomas there just to make him at least make a decision, but that'll be the game. Angola Rodas with the half quarter at the buzzer, and he almost gets it to fall. But Snow with the 5-point win. Great win for Snow. Hard fought by both teams, and Snow comes away with it.
So the Badgers win it 72-67 in a close one against the College of Northern Idaho. The Badgers now move to 3-2 in conference play, and now the Cardinals fall to 2-3. So the Badgers will take third place in conference, and it looks like we're gonna get some stats from the stats table. We're gonna talk this thing over. Coach Rob Nelson's gonna come over and talk with us too. I don't know if he's gonna come right now. He had mentioned that he usually goes in with his team and talks to him. Yeah, he's also got to talk with the radio station too, so he'll be back in a minute. But we're going to take a break here on Snow TV and be back in 2 minutes. After the 2-minute break, we'll go over some stats. After that, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and get the coach's interview with Rob Nelson to see how he did to pick up this win here in Ephraim, Utah. We'll be back in a moment.
For these, you drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just, please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. I followed your character since the first episode. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Thank you. And listen, your storyline makes for incredible TV drama. Thing is, your drug use is very adult content. Too adult for the kids. So I'm gonna have to block you. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, have a good one.
You're a nice lady.
You make me wear my bike helmet. Taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules. You tell me to stay away from drugs. To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
if I got to go to college.
Welcome back. I'm Jeff Brenton, joined along with Stephen Hadley here with your post-game show. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that game. It came up to be a close one. We're going to go over a few stats. Hopefully Coach Rob Nelson, after he talks with the radio, can come over and give us an interview also. But he also goes and talks with his team, so it could be a few minutes. Stephen Hadley, we talked about some key points to the game that the Badgers didn't do in the first half, but they came back and did it. So we're going to talk about what the Badgers did well in the second half. You're going to give me a few points, and also what NIC didn't do to finish. And then I'm going to go over some personal player stats. How does it sound?
Sounds great. The keys to the game that we talked about at the start were that Snow really needed to take care of the ball, and they did that really well in the second half. They only had 4 turnovers, and that gave them a lot of extra shots at the basket. They controlled the glass in the second half, although they were out-rebounded by 7 in the first half. They actually won the rebounding battle by 2 in the second half. And then sharing the ball, they finished the game with only 7 assists, which isn't a very good stat, but able to get the win, so I guess it really doesn't matter. And as far as Northern Idaho, they just really slowed down as far as their offense goes. They shot a really cold 36% from the field in the second half, whereas Snow shot 50% from the field. So that's how Snow was able to erase the 8-point deficit they found themselves in and win that game.
Yeah, I noticed that Pope slowed down a bunch in the second half, so that was a big problem. So some player stats. Let's start with a visiting team of Northern Idaho. Finishing strong was Pope with 20. 13 was Rodas. Piper had 14. Also, Allen had 4, and a few other stats that I noticed for the Badgers is that Walter Wright, huge play. Walter Wright had 34 points, and he came big in the second half. He only had 5 points in the first half, comes up with 34, shot 10 from 20 from the field, and 5 from 10 from the 3-point, and 9 of 11 from the free throw. So that was good stuff for the Badgers. Also a notable thing was Gentry Thomas, 9 points. Aziz Leaks did not do anything tonight, but of course Marcus Bryce was able to get 2 points, but played well down the stretch to get big rebounds. Lorenz Stalcup had 7, but the story of the night definitely had to be, of course, none other, Walter Wright.
Walter Wright was absolutely huge, and it's interesting because Snow went to a smaller lineup. They had their 3 guards in, and really only had one person above 6'3" actually on the floor at many times. What really was interesting to me was North Idaho almost the whole first half played a full court trap, and then would fall back into a zone. In the second half, they decided to go to more of a man coverage, and it really hurt him. Walter Wright just really tore him apart, and it was really interesting, the coaching decision there, but nevertheless, Walter Wright, huge night. 26 points in the second half?
Yeah, because he only scored 5 and he ended with 34.
So, wow, that's 29 points then in the second half. Huge second half from Walter Wright, and they pull away with the win.
So that's going to do it for right now with the stats. We're going to wait here. We're going to send you to another commercial break, and we'll wait until Coach Rob Nelson comes out of the locker room, and we can get an interview with him. Let us talk for a few minutes, and then that'll do it. So let's stay tuned for our post-game, a little bit more post-game with Rob Nelson. We'll be back in just a minute.
Oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. And you get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
Take my hand and start a brand new day, and together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
If you store your guns properly, I'll feel safer when I'm playing outside.
Safer when walking home.
I won't have to tell so many family members. I'm sorry.
I won't hear as many scary stories.
And I won't have to tell my kids. This isn't a drill.
Please.
Please, do it for us.
Your family, friends, and neighbors are all counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always, lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation letter. You're resigning? Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you do stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me, okay? But remember, it's not what you say. It's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Welcome back here, Snow TV. I'm Jeff Brenton, and now joining us, Coach Rob Nelson. Coach, started a little quick and then slow and then quick, and kind of an intense game to say the least. What did you tell your team down the stretch to pick up that win?
Well, we had to really focus on defending. That first half, we didn't defend very well, and you know, we started the game with those threes, and that really isn't always good, because then everybody thinks, well, we can just keep doing that all night, and you can't. You got to develop an inside game. So that last 10 minutes of the first half, I thought was not very good, offensively or defensively. We did make some adjustments at halftime, came out, and we played a lot better defensively. I think we held them to 28 points or something, and they're a really explosive team. They can score a lot of points. So I thought we did a great job defensively, and our guys protected the paint and made him shoot outside shots, and that's really the key to success for us.
I noticed down the stretch, due to foul trouble, Aziz Leaks was not on the court at all. You had Marcus Bryce and a bunch of guards, not taller than 6'3". What was the decision there? Why did you decide to go with the smaller group?
Well, that's because of their lineup. They had all three-point shooters in.
Okay.
And so Aziz has a little harder time out guarding a defender. Marcus is long and able to move a little better and get his hand up and defend that. So that was just a personnel, what they were doing. We kind of matched what they were doing and put our guards in. I mean, we had 4 guards, I think, as well, and Marcus. So it's kind of, you know, one of those games where do you do what they do, or do you try and do something else and make them play defense on our end? But for that game, we had to stop them from shooting threes.
What do you have to say about Walter Wright? First half, 5 points, comes up and finishes with 34 points in the second half.
Well, Walter, you know, he had a really emotional draining and physical draining game on Thursday, and that was a lot. And I think, you know, he kind of carried that over a little bit, his loss. And so his first half, it wasn't Walter. And then he came back the second half and made a couple of shots and got his confidence going and started going again. And when he gets going, it's pretty hard to stop him.
So you had 2 close losses against Salt Lake and CSI, and now you pick up a close win. So I bet your team's very excited. What are you guys going to do next week to prepare for USU Eastern and Colorado Northwestern?
Well, so now we start the second round of league play, and we have 3 of them. So we played these 2 teams, so we'll be able to go watch film and kind of break things down and see who we're going to focus on and how we're going to defend them, and then offensively how we can take advantage of what they're trying to do.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us today, Coach, and good luck with next week, and hopefully pick up a few more wins in conference play.
Yeah, these 2 games are important. You know, the CSI and Salt Lake, those are the top guys, and you want to beat them, but to maintain seeding, you really need to beat the other 4 teams. And that's why this game was really, really important, probably more important than Thursday's game in the seeding and the standings. So that puts us a game ahead of them.
Perfect. So, well, thanks for joining us, Coach,
Okay.
and we'll see you next week.
Have a good weekend.
That'll do it here for us on Snow TV. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the broadcast. The broadcast will be done once again on next Thursday, 5 o'clock for the women's game, 7 o'clock for the men's game, and again on Saturday. So that'll do it for us. Signing out, this is Jeff Britton. Hopefully you guys enjoy your night. Oh, okay, with us. Perfect.